3. Lesson 2 Animals Standard 5. Our planet Earth has countless number of organisms including plants and animals. Among them, animals are the most advanced organisms. Animals are a gift of nature to human beings. We are going to study about this in this lesson. This lesson will deal with reproductions in animals, extinctions of animals and the ways to preserve them. Reproductions in animals. Reproductions is the biological process by which an organism gives rise to a new organism. Which an organism gives rise to a new organism. This process is seen in all living organisms, both plants and animals. Reproduction is essential for the continuations of similar kinds of species, generation after generation. In animals, two types of reproductions are seen. They are asexual reproduction and sexual reproductions. Asexual reproductions and sexual reproductions. In sexual reproductions is the natural way of reproductions in humans, animals and also in most of the plants. This type of reproduction is more complex and lengthy as compared to asexual reproductions. Sexual reproduction consists of pre-fertilization, fertilizations and finally post-fertilizations. Pre-fertilization, this is the first stage of sexual reproduction. In this stage, gamete formation and transfer of gametes take place. In animals, males and females have different reproductive organs. The male reproductive organ is called test and the female reproductive organ is called ovary. So, male reproductive organ is called test, female reproductive organ is called ovary. The test produces the male gametes known as sperms. Test is the male reproductive organ that is produce the male gametes. Ovary produce the female gamete. Ovary is the female reproductive organ. So, ovaries produce the female gametes known as ova or eggs. Male gamete produce the male gamete name sperms, female gamete name ova or eggs. So, the male gamete reaches the female gamete during this stage. Next one, fertilization. Fertilization. When the male gamete reaches the female gametes, they begin to fuse together. The fusion of gametes is known as fertilization. When the male gamete reaches the female gametes, they begin to fuse together. Male gamete is what, ma? Male gamete is sperm. So, female gamete is egg. So, that egg reaches the eggs. The sperm reaches the egg. So, male gamete reaches the female gametes and they begin to fuse together. The fusion of gametes is known as fertilization. The fusion of gametes is known as fertilization. So, during fertilization, the nuclei of the sperm and the egg form a single nucleus together, resulting in the formation of a fertilized egg known as zygote. The fertilized egg known as zygote. Fertilized egg means zygote. Fertilization in animals takes place in two ways. They are external fertilization and internal fertilization. So, external fertilization means what, ma? External fertilization means the fertilization takes place outside the animal's body. Fertilization takes place outside the animal's body. It usually takes place in aquatic environments where both eggs and sperm are released into the water. So, frog, fish takes place by this method. That external fertilization in frogs and fish takes place by this method. So, when the fertilization takes place inside the animal's body, when the fertilization takes place inside the animal's body, it is called the internal fertilization. So internal fertilization takes place in animals like cat, dog, cow, then others. So what is external fertilization? Fertilization takes place outside the animal's body. Example, fish, frogs. So fertilization takes place inside the animal's body, that is called the internal fertilization. So internal fertilization takes place in animals, cat, dog, cow, etc. Next, embryo formation. The zygote. Zygote means what? Fertilized egg. So the zygote further divides repeatedly into group of cells. Divided repeatedly into a group of cells. Okay, the cells develop into different tissues. First, that zygote divides repeatedly into group of cells. Then the cells develop into different tissues and organs constituting the full body. This structure is known as embryo. Developing the full body. The embryo continues to develop in the uterus and it is developed into body parts such as head, face, hands, legs, etc. based on. So in this lesson we are learned reproductions in animals, types of reproductions, parts of sexual reproductions. Thank you.